Yo, what's poppin'? People, your boy Snacks is back in the building with another banger. And you know how we do before we get started. We gotta give a shout out to all the channel subscribers and all of the channel members, and especially you, the viewer, for taking the time out to watch this video. But while you're here, do us a solid, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and don't forget to hit that little star down at the bottom and hype us up. You know what I'm talking about? And we getting closer and closer to that week, to that day. As a matter of fact, we one day away, but we can't do nothing without giving a shout out to the CU aunties because they are always a big part of this channel. Whatever we doing, I guarantee you will see a ton of CU aunties in the building. So most definitely, if you see them in the chat or in the comment section, make sure you say what's up and be respectful at all times. Big shout out to the CU aunties. It's about that time. We one day away. The matchup that everybody was hoping for once all the players were drafted. Shedeur Sanders, Cam Ward. Should have been 1 versus 2, but now it's 1 versus 144. The Tennessee Titans are coming to Cleveland, but we want to talk about this offense. Is Kevin Stefanski going to turn Shedeur loose? Is he going to let him rip it? Let's see. It seems to be that all the talk this week is about Shedeur Sanders and this Cleveland Browns offense. How much he's being held back from being able to do the thing that we all know that he can do, which is throw the ball down the field, being able to run the offense more diligently than he's had, being given more space, being given more room to operate and run the thing and push the ball down the field. In Shedeur's last 2 games, his first 2 starts, he was 11 for 20 in his first game, 16 for 25 in his second game. That's a difference, a big difference to what Dylan was able to do when he was able to play. Everybody just want to see him rip it.
What's the one thing Kevin Stefanski hates the most about the quarterback position? Turnovers. Is he drilled this so far into Shedeur's head that he's like, do not turn that football over, and now he's skittish back there? I don't know. That's just the thought I had because it's clear he's holding on to the ball too long. He's staring down wide open guys, and he's not hitting them. Dude, just let it rip. Go out there and do it. But now, the second half was not what I wanted to see, but guys are getting open. He's got to rip it, man. He's holding the ball too long. And part of my theory on this, if you will, what's the one thing Kevin Stefanski hates the most about the quarterback position? Turnovers. Is he drilled this so far into Shedeur's head that he's like...
But what the thing is, will Kevin Stefanski give Shedeur that medium to be able to open up the playbook? Will they open up the playbook? Will they give him the freedom to do what he does best, which is push the ball down the field? You have to allow the quarterback that is running your system to throw the ball down the field. And Kevin Stefanski has not done that. You know what I'm saying? They just haven't done that. But what we want to know is, are you going to allow Shedeur to do the things that he does. There's a major comparison for Dillon Gabriel and Shedeursanders in each of their first starts. Here they go.
Wants to kiss Dillon Gabriel on the mouth, but look at how ridiculous this is. Shedeur's first start. All right, we all know how much Kevin Stefanski hates Shedeursanders. For whatever reason, wants to kiss Dillon Gabriel on the mouth, but look at how ridiculous this is. Shedeur's first start, offense scores 24 points. They win the game, but he only throws the ball 20 times, yet he has 209 passing yards. Dillon Gabriel's first start, granted, they're overseas in London. The offense scores 17 points. They lose to Carson Wentz and a bad Vikings team, and this guy gets to throw the ball 13 more times than Shedeur, but somehow has 19 less passing yards. Then you go back up to Shedeur's second start, where they score 8 points. They lose the game, but he completes 64% of his passes, but again, only gets to throw it 25 times. Whereas Dillon Gabriel's second start, the motherfucker got to throw it 52 times. In what scenario should he throw it 27 more times in a game that they lost and only scored 1 more point, and he averaged 4 yards per throw, was sacked 6 times, and has 66 passer rating? What the fuck? Which brings me to another important metric, which is yards per attempt. Okay, Sam Darnold, league leader, 9 yards per attempt. League loser, 33 qualifying quarterbacks, none other than Dillon Gabriel. What is yards per attempt? It measures a quarterback's efficiency by combining passing yards with the number of attempts and counting for both completions and incompletions. A high YPA indicates a quarterback is successfully moving the ball downfield. You see that? Successfully. Okay, 5.1, not successful. Where would Shedeur's yards per attempt be? 6.6. That's below the league average of a 7. However, you find the 6.6, draw the line. It's a bad line. Ignore it. He is above Bryce Young, above Bo Nix, above Flacco, above Cam Ward. Wow. Now you look at the yards per completion, 13.2, league leader, again, is Sam Darnold, while the league loser, hello, Dillon Gabriel, how does the bottom taste, is an 8.5, while Shedeursanders, yards per completion, is a 13.1. Now, I'm not delusional. I do not think Shedeur would be second on this list, though Gemini even tells us that yards per completion is generally misleading as it doesn't account for the number of passes attempted. Well, okay, brother, show me the attempts of all 3 of these Browns starting quarterbacks just in their first 2 starts this season, where you go to yards per attempt and yards per completion, and you see that Shedeursanders' number is better than both Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco in both their first 2 starts, all while those 2 fine gentlemen have been afforded the luxurious opportunity to throw the ball 90 times and 85 times, while Shedeur just 45 times in the first 2 starts. So yeah, Kevin Stefanski, pack the bag, take a hike, and you guys that like this video, make sure you follow me for more. Feel free to send an ID. I'm happy to do another.
And there it is. Kevin Stefanski has given more opportunity to Dillon Gabriel and Joe Flacco in their first 2 games. We know Dillon Gabriel has had shit tons of opportunity to throw the ball downfield. So why are we holding Shedeur back? What is the problem? We understand that Shedeur didn't get the reps with the players, but Shedeur is a better natural passer. So what is the holdup? Will Kevin Stefanski ever come over to the other side and say, yeah, Shedeur, you could throw the ball down the field. Just let that thing go. Do what you've been doing. Be the guy and the quarterback that we thought you were in college, that we have seen you to be in practice, in the preseason, in the OTAs, in the mandatory OTAs, to be all that. Will this week be the week that they turn him loose? Because at some point, you have to turn him loose. Is this the week that Kevin Stefanski embraces the fact that Shedeursanders is an excellent passer of the football? Can this be the day? I guess there's only one way to find out. We asked Kevin Stefanski.
Well, I think he's doing a nice job of operating the offense, and I knowing the person and knowing the player, I have no concerns about him letting it rip, quote unquote. Well, I think he's doing a nice job of operating the offense, and I knowing the person and knowing the player, I have no concerns about him letting it rip, quote unquote.
He has no concerns about Shedeur letting it rip. Or do you now? No concerns. because all of us have been asking the same question. When are you going to give him the opportunity? When are you going to be more, not on the opposition, but more of the guy, the supporter, the dude that's willing to say, okay, you're a rookie. You're going to make mistakes. You might throw some interceptions, but I want you to go out there and perform. Do what you do. Trust yourself. When you see it, throw it. And that's kind of what Shedeur said earlier this week when he said, yeah, I'm going to have to trust what I see. I'm going to have to let it go. I'm going to have to let it rip. And I believe that's where we are now. I believe come Sunday, Shedeursanders is going to go out there and light the world up, because everybody's been asking the same question. Why are you holding him back? Remember, the premise of everything was Shedeur can't run the offense. Shedeur is so far behind Dillon Gabriel. But now that's not even a question. Shouldn't be a question anymore.
Last week it was windy. It was Robert Saleh. And even though it was the JV San Francisco 49ers defense, like clearly Shedeur has proven that it's not going to be some circus out on the football field, right? Some of the stuff that maybe, I'll admit, I anticipated, I was like, oh my God, it's going to look like the second half of the... He's been fine. Guys have lined up. Guys have they've run the plays. They've gotten the calls in. It's not some mad dash scramble. So I have to admit, like, that talking point seems silly now that we just assumed, or some of us, and I admit it, I was part of it. I just assumed it would look like a fiasco. It hasn't. So because of that, like, I think you can allow Shedeur to play a little bit of football.
Exactly. You can allow Shedeur to play a little football. You can let him go out there and do what everybody in the football stratosphere thought he could do before the draft. The reason he was up so high on the draft is the reason everybody thought he would be a first-round draft pick. So just let him throw the ball. Stop pigeonholing him. Stop holding him back. Stop.
Let's see if the kid can actually throw it.
Like he's not a great thrower of the football.
Is there a directive to go, hey, you're playing against Tennessee, let's see if the kid can actually throw it? And maybe Kevin don't want to do it, and maybe Kevin thinks that things might go south on Sunday and there could be problems.
Well, that's kind of the boat that I'm in right now.
Wow, I thought you were going to tell me I was crazy.
No, because I asked Tommy Reese this yesterday, Ken. I just, in some form or fashion, I just said, hey, how are you balancing teaching these kids and really instilling in them to take care of the football, be careful, don't do anything careless, versus trying to see what these kids have and what they can do and just letting them go for it. And he gave me an answer, hey, it's predicated on what we're seeing from the defense, et cetera, et cetera. And that's all well and good, but I'm at a point now where take the training wheels off. Your season's over. You're 3-9. You are dead in the water, going nowhere. Okay. So let's see what these kids can do. And right now that it's Shedeursanders. Let's see what he can do. And if he throws picks, if he makes mistakes, then that's what happens. What's the worst thing that's going to happen with that result? You're going to lose the game. Okay, well, what else is new? You've been losing all season anyway. So that's just kind of where I'm at. I understand you want to make sure you're teaching the good habits and things like that, but also let's take the training wheels off. Let's see what this kid can do. Let him rip and let the results fall where they may. And I think you get a truer evaluation as well.
Is there a directive to go, hey, you're playing against Tennessee?
Has the same incentive. Everybody is in the same train of thought. Let him go. We're not saying open it all the way up, give him everything you got. But what we're saying is give him more. Stop trying to get him to dink and dunk down the field like he's Dylan Gabriel. That's not his play style. That's not how he plays. Now, we understand that y'all been switching the offensive line up. You know, you got Wyatt Teller on the bench for talking up, for praising Shedeur or speaking too loud. But Kevin Stefanski is going to have to let the man play football. You're going to have to let him do what you thought he could do when you was chasing him in the pre-draft process. Just let him play football. Nothing more, nothing less. Just let him play football. You know what I'm saying? Stop pigeonholing him. Stop holding him back. Cam Ward is bringing his Tennessee Titans to Cleveland, Ohio. Cam Ward being the #1 draft pick. The Tennessee Titans haven't won but one game this season. They beat Arizona. Shedeur's only won one game this season also, but he's also only played 2. Cam has been starting this entire season playing with these same players. Shedeur's gonna start number 3. I've already told y'all, I've already rated Shedeur higher. I've always rated him higher than Cam, but Cam is right on his heels. Cam is a gunslinger. Cam will throw the ball all over the yard. Cam is a black Brett Favre. He will sling it, and he can throw it. But he also will throw some interceptions. But that just comes with the consequences of having a gunslinger as your quarterback. But Sunday, we gonna see who's gonna come out on top. It's gonna be a good game. Just hoping that Kevin Stefanski and the Cleveland Browns let Shedeur be Shedeur. Don't put your foot on his neck. Don't pigeonhole him. Just let him go out and play football and be great. But anyway, we're going to get out of here, man. Y'all know what to do. Help your boy out. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button. Do not forget to leave your comments in the comment section. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to get out of here. I'm going to holler at y'all. Y'all be easy. Peace out.